Imagine standing before walls so thick that chariots raced along the top, walls no army could breach. Then, at one single blast, stone turns to sand, and a city crumbles without a sword being swung. 3,400 years later, archaeologists still sift the rubble asking how. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll discover the counterintuitive strategy that toppled Jericho, and what it means for every unbreakable barrier in your life today. After 40 years of wandering, Israel finally stands at the edge of the Promised Land. But between them and God's promise stands a terrifying obstacle, Jericho. A fortress of legend, its walls are thick enough to race horses on, high enough to crush all hope of invasion, and feared enough to make even the boldest warriors tremble. But God doesn't call them to storm the gates. He gives Joshua instructions no general would ever write down. God's plan is to march. Not to fight, not to shout, not to strategize. But to circle the city silently once a day for 6 days, then 7 times on the 7th. At the end, they will blow trumpets, shout, and watch the walls fall. No battering rams. No arrows. Just obedience. Day 1. The warriors march silently. Jericho's guards jeer from the top. Nothing happens. Day 2. Same routine. Still nothing. No cracks, no tremors, just dust and repetition. By day 3, the novelty wears off. Faith now feels foolish. By day 5, the people of Jericho begin laughing, mocking the silent army that never speaks, never attacks. Day 6. Tension builds. What is this madness? And then, day 7. They rise early. The army lines up. The priests lift the Arkansas trumpets glint in the sun. One lap. Then another. And another. Until 7 full circles surround Jericho's pride. At Joshua's command, the trumpets sound, and for the first time, the people shout. A thunderous roar fills the air, a sound of faith unleashed. And the unthinkable happens. The walls fall. Not outward. Not inward. Straight down. Flattened beneath divine force. The Israelites surge in. Victory without lifting a sword. A city once thought indestructible lies in ruins, not by might, not by strength, but by obedience and trust in God. Why did the walls fall? Because the people obeyed even when it seemed foolish. Because they walked in unity even when it made no sense. Because they trusted God's timing, not their own. Jericho teaches us that sometimes the greatest miracles come after the longest walks of faith. Not every wall needs to be fought. Some just need to be walked around until God says, now. What walls stand before you today? Fear? Addiction? Doubt? Debt? Whatever your Jericho is, walk. Stay obedient. Trust God's instructions even when they don't look logical. Because when you walk with God, walls fall in ways the world can't explain. Next time, we'll explore the moment when God made the sun stand still in the sky. Literally. You won't want to miss that. If this story inspired you, share it with someone facing a wall in their life. And remember, faith doesn't always fight. Sometimes, it just walks, and trusts that the shout is coming.
Do not miss the next episode. Subscribe and turn on that notification bell icon to be the first one notified when we upload. Thank you for watching.